morning, my peoples, and my plant people. Yeah, I said good morning, because this gonna be Sunday morning plant chore list, okay? So I got a list of things that I really want to do. I got some repots. I just got to check some plants. Trying to look at my little list right here. Some plants I want to cut, some different plants I need to water. Typically water my bigger plants on the weekends. So we're gonna do that, like my big monsteras and stuff like that. I'm gonna check in on some plants. Like I said, I am a new plant parent of a new type of plant, but I'll show that at the end, and then some little footage and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm not sure how long this is gonna be, but I know for me, I only want to spend maybe about an hour and a half, because I have some notes to do, and I have some homework to finish, and I just want to go ahead and knock those out so that I can enjoy the rest of my Sunday to myself. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it like it's nothing to it. And I'll talk to y'all throughout the video, and I'll just tell you how my week went, because it's been a long week. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, on the weekends, I typically like to take my bigger plants and I'll water them. Sometimes I take them to the shower and just let them sit there. But I got enough time where I can bring them in here and just kind of look at like dead leaves, clean stuff off or whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that. A lot of my monsteras, like I said, I typically get on the weekends and stuff like that, because it's just so big, and I just like to do it that way. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse, because two of them are in my bedroom, in my main bedroom, and then I have another one in my visitor's bedroom or whatnot, in my first bedroom. So yeah, I'm gonna bring those in here, water those down, check some leaves, and hopefully that don't take me too long. So here we go. So this is the back of my Gloriosum. I have got all the leaves to like face forward, which is like really great. So I'm loving that. But when you look down here, new growth, which is really great, right? But you can see like this right here has kind of like died off, right? And that's just could be because of transitioning or, you know, just old leaves and stuff like that. But there are apical buds, if you kind of see right there, right, where a new leaf will grow out. As I check this stem over here and I like pull up on this right here, I notice that it just tugs a little bit. So that tells me that there are roots in here, which is really good. So that means that this plant will still be established if I go ahead and cut this right here. So that's exactly what I want to do. I see like there are 2 apical buds, and apical buds are just pretty much leaves that will come out. So there's one right here and there's one right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want this one to grow as well as allow this one to still grow. So what I'm actually going to do is, and this is like really an experiment, something I really wanted to try for quite some time, because if it works at best, I will then have, you know, 2 crawling Gloriosums, which is, I mean, you know, that's great for anybody, right? So that's what I'm actually going to do. So I've been wanting to do it, but I really wanted it to be recorded. So that's what I'm going to do now. So if you don't like plants to be chopped, this is definitely a time to look away. So here we go. 3, 2, and snip. All right. So what I'll do off camera is go ahead and throw on some rooting hormone on both ends of those so that there's no type of infection. And yeah, I'll keep y'all updated about this Gloriosum. I'm pretty excited. If this thing does take off, what I will do is just let it grow about 3-4 leaves, and then I'll cut it again where this one can then grow. And then there'll be pretty much 3 Gloriosums in here. So that would be pretty dope. And it's so funny because I planted some alocasia bulbs in here and they are now starting to grow. I noticed, of course, this one right here, and there was another one, but I don't see it anymore. But yeah, when you got random bulbs or whatnot, then yeah, just plant them and see what it is. That brown stuff there is cinnamon, because I don't want any gnats or anything like that, which it seems to be working out pretty well. Plus it smells like cinnamon, so yeah. So we are now at the portion of repotting. So here I have just 3 plants I just want to repot today. I have my Halomina that I bought like a week or 2 ago. And I have pretty much cleaned it up and everything like that, checked to make sure there's no bugs on it, and I haven't really seen anything crawling around it, moving around it, which is really good because it comes from a big box store, so it's not kind of like an independent, this is all I have to worry about type of plant store, kind of like FLORA FAUNA. Like FLORA FAUNA only has those kind of like exotic plants or whatnot. Pike is pretty much kind of like an outside store or outside plant store, inside plant store. They have like different pots and different chemicals and, you know, just a bunch of various things where they don't have always dedicated plant people that I feel like really know what they're talking about. That's just my honest opinion. But here, is doing really good. I really so there are like 2 in a pot, so what I really want to do is just break it up and put it in 2 different places because I really like this plant and I like how it looks. I would like to keep one back here and then one over here near my greenhouse. There's a really good spot for it, as well as my calathea. So here I have the burley marks. This one right here is the burley marks. And then this one here is I wrote it down, the rufibra or whatnot. It's a calathea that is fuzzy or whatnot. Really I feel like it always browns or whatnot. And you know, I've kept it in a pot, which I had it in for quite some time. So I want to get it in something else, something that's going to be a lot more kind of water retentive. So that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah, I also have some new pots that I bought. It was pretty much Amazon impulsive buy, but I like this pot. I like black pots if I'm not using clear pots. Just because that's how my aesthetic is. So this here is the pot, really cool solid pot, and on the inside it has some kind of like the retainers, the little bottoms for the pot. So it's kind of cool. I could just water it right there, and any water that is excess, I just go ahead and pick the pot up and move it, which I like for a lot of my plants, so I don't have to like pick them up unless I really need to like move them. But I want to repot it in this right here, as well as the calatheas or whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna knock that out real quick. So what I'll do is get another little stand, little seat. I'll put these to the side, and then I'll boom boom one by one, and we can just talk, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So I really kind of want to start off with the calatheas, because I've never actually repotted calatheas, so hopefully I don't mess this up. What I have here is pretty much some regular potting soil that it's kind of like orchid bark, perlite. I see some slow release fertilizer like the Osmocotes. They're like the green ones. I also have here peat moss. Peat moss is really good for water retention, which is what I want these plants to have, because I noticed that calatheas do like a lot of water. That's just from what I've noticed. If it has a lot of water and it doesn't dry out, then you're good. But once they dry out, they start doing that little weeping type thing. And if you do it too much, that weeping is kind of, you know, it doesn't come up all the time, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of, yeah, you'll get it a couple times, but after a while it just says, all right, fuck it, you know? So that's what I want to do right now. I may keep some of it in the same soil that it's in, so I may, you know, put it in here, maybe mix it up a little bit, and yeah, just maybe try to put some peat moss in there, something more retentive. Another thing about these pots, which I'll put down in the description, it does have, as you kind of see right there, holes at the bottom, which is, you know, really good. And this is a really nice pot here. I wish it had a plug so that these could be cover pots. These would be really nice cover pots, to tell you the truth. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and do the burley marks first. See what's going on in here. And I actually just watered this off camera, but I thought to myself, I really want to repot this, so I guess I'll stop. Oh. Yeah, you can see the water still in there. So I only have 2 burley marks because these plants can sometimes be very finicky and they die, I feel like pretty easily if you don't know what you're doing. So there are some other calatheas that I like, but I think I'm really good with 2. That white fusion is pretty dope. And the oberfolia, that's kind of one of the plants I really always wanted, so I may get the oberfolia. But other than that, I don't too much care for calatheas. I like these 2 right here just for the placement, which they are like near my soderoid, and they look really good. But you definitely got to stay on top of watering with these right here. And I don't want to take too long, so let me see what I can do here. So this actually looks pretty okay, probably because I just watered it. And it looked like roots are really small. So I suppose I'll just go ahead and keep this in its container, or keep it in its soil. Try not to break it up or whatnot. Put this in here, and I guess I'll go ahead and just put some peat moss and soil around it. So I'll just kind of mix it up a little bit in one of these little pots. So I'll get one of these, mix it up a little bit, and just throw it on the top. So I'm just getting the soil and the peat moss or whatnot. And this here is the peat moss. You ever go to like those kind of buffet style, Asian style restaurants where they like make your food right then and there? All you gotta do is kind of like pick it up, you know, and say, you know, I want broccoli, scallions, you know, all that stuff like that. That's what this kind of is right here. It's kind of like I'm like making it to order, just to like fill this in, because I don't want to make too much of this, because I don't really use peat moss like that. Not that it's a bad thing to use, I'm really just trying to get away from all the soil stuff. So really I should have tried to put this in leca, but I ain't got the time today. I'm already at maybe about an hour now. Like I said, I only want to do about an hour and a half, so. Yeah, I think that extra peat moss is gonna be really good for it. I think this would be really good to actually have in leca. I think it'd be pretty cool, to tell you the truth. I may double back and do it one day. Or maybe buy like a little collectia and then put it into leca just to see. Maybe I might buy the Oberfolia and put it into leca. I think that'd be pretty cool. So this is her now. Which she still looks amazing. What I'll do off camera is water her, and yeah, that's gonna be her. So this is the burley marks right here, collected burley marks. Now this little asshole right here, this the trouble child right here. I'm just gonna use all this for the next print. This the one that's I'm probably gonna cut, tell you the truth, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna cut some of these leaves back. So let me go ahead and grab my shears, go ahead and clean them off, because some of the stems have broken, and when they break, it's almost kind of like it's no coming back. But where it is on my shelf, it still looks good, so I just allow it. Oh, you tried to get rid of my Amina mom. Yeah. So this is her right here. Very furry or whatnot. She grows, but she browns a lot too. That could be because of watering. That could be because of me not keeping it in water, letting it dry out. So it could be a plethora of things. If you're a calathea person, definitely comment down below and let your boy know. So the first thing I'm actually do, ooh, that's dusty. First thing I'm actually do is just start cutting stuff off. If it's leaning down and it's you know what I mean, acting like it don't want to be here no more, I'm not gonna deal with it. So I feel like this plant is kind of like a bulb plant, where kind of like alocasia, like if you cut an alocasia back, the plant grows from the bulb, so it's not going to, like the plant may die for just like a little bit, but not like for life, you know what I mean? I haven't done much research on these right here, or I don't really watch like a lot of videos that have these in there. Because a lot of people don't really talk about calatheas like that, you know? I don't know if they're like still popular or what, but at least the people that, you know, I talk to on a daily basis, nobody is like, hey, look at my calathea. Maybe y'all do that out there, but I guess my friend group, we don't really, or my plant friend group, we don't really talk about calatheas like that. Ooh, that's dusty, baby. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and chop all this back, cause it's leaning, and I don't like that lean, you know what I mean? So if you didn't think it was gonna be some bodies dropping, then welcome to how to serve a murder case, or whatever those little shows are, murder files. Cause these things get on my nerves. But this is all in learning. So hopefully it comes back stronger. If not, and it dies, you know, I ain't buying another one of these. Yeah, I'm gonna unplot it just to see what's going on in here. So I cut a lot back, as you kind of see. So hopefully that gives it some motivation to get this shit together. But I'm okay with a small plant. Let me see what's in here. Yeah, very dry. It's a lot of perlite, which is kind of cool. Break this up, see what's going on in here. I don't want to do too much with it. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, check and see what's going on in here. It looks like the roots are good. I don't see anything wrong with the roots, to tell you the truth. I think I just let it dry out too much. I'm gonna blame me. Yeah, I think I just let it dry out too much. But that's okay. That's all in the learning, baby. That is all in the learning. What's that? So I'm gonna break this up, and I don't even know how to propagate this. Do these? I think these are bulbs, because I'm starting to see like little bulbs or something like that. I don't know if I'm ready for calathea bulbs. Or is those them little rhizome things? Like ZZ plants? That's what it kind of feel like. Yeah, this thing kind of, you kind of see, it got the shape of the pot, so those roots would definitely growing like that. I kind of want to take some of these bulbs out and Put them in some Spagnomoss, not Spagnomoss, stratum, and see if they actually grow. Let me see. So, like this right here, never seen it before, but it looked like it's a bulb. If I'm wrong, then I done fucked up. But if I'm right, we got an experiment on our hand, people. Yeah, this look like soil, not good soil neither. Soil and perlite, pretty much. Okay, well. We learning something today. Yeah, these little rascals everywhere. This gonna do either of two things. Either this gonna make it better, or this gonna make it worse. And I'm hoping to make it better, because if it does, then you know y'all learn something. If it don't, then shit, I guess you learn something again. But yeah, there's a lot of these little bulbs. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I like the soil that was in there. What I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get some of the soil that I had, some of that peat moss stuff, and I'm gonna mix it in there, and then I'll put some of this stuff in there too. So I kind of want to dig it in a little deeper so that some of these things actually kind of sit up. Yeah, kind of like this right here. Whew, I need a mask. So I'm gonna use some of the same soil that's in there, but I threw a layer of that peat moss in there, so hopefully that works too. So I really kind of want to pack this all in. One thing about that I learned about calatheas is once you water them, it don't really take long for them to unsadden themselves, you know what I mean? Where they like pop up. Like they're pretty responsive, which is pretty interesting. So what I'm actually gonna do off camera right now, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go ahead and water these, And maybe if they do spike back up, then I'll show it to you. But if not, if they haven't spiked back up, because I only really got 2 more things to do. I just got to show you this Hymalamina, and then I'll throw in like a video. I went to FLORA FAUNA, so I got me something, and then I'll show you that plant. And yeah, so I'm gonna come right back. So when I went to go water my calatheas, I did a little quick research, and those bulbs are actually called tubers, and that's how the plant kind of like gets its water, or retain waters or whatnot, kind of like rhizomes or whatnot, as well as though leaves do grow out of those. So if I put those on some Spagmoss moss or some Sphagnum, then a plant should come out of it, at least from what I have researched. So what I did was just put it in some little water. They look like little coconuts. So I did put it in some water off camera. I'll put it in a couple different places. I'll put them in some Spagnomoss moss where I already have like plants growing. And then I'll try some stratum or whatnot. So we will see. I will keep y'all updated for sure. So the next and last thing that I want to repot is this Hymalamina. So like I said, in this pot, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take it out real quick because it's not a lot of it wasn't a lot of soil in here, as you can pretty much see, but those roots are really good. So yeah, this is really dry stuff. So yeah, what I want to do is split this plant up and put it in 2 different pots. So I got my 2 different black pots that I've been using, and that's what I'm going to do. So but yeah, so my week has been very fulfilling. I have pretty much had a client Tuesday till Saturday, which this is the first time I've done that. So I am now doing telehealth, and telehealth it's okay. Telehealth is pretty cool. I like doing telehealth. I like in person more though, and I didn't think that I would do that, but I actually do like going in person, just to kind of like see the person or whatnot. You know, you get, I feel like, better reactions when you are in front of people as opposed to on the telephone. I mean, on the video chat, as well as, like I shared with y'all a couple weeks ago, I did my first telehealth with a child, and that is a no-go for me, baby. Kids do not care nothing about the other person on the line. I don't care if you put their daddy in front of them, their grandma, their mom, their big brother, sister, anything like that. Like, children's attention span is about 5 seconds. If you're not doing anything like they do on like YouTube or something like that, like those little YouTube videos they be watching, then good luck. Talking about your feelings and your day and stuff like that, them kids don't care nothing about what you got to do. I'm just gonna split this right quick. So it's actually 3 in here, but I'll put 2 in one, and one of these I'll plant by itself. So I'm trying to break this up so when I split it, I can see where the roots are going. So I'm just kind of digging in here. But yeah, kids don't care nothing. Let me tell you, they don't care nothing about video chats, especially about something they don't care about. So I'm better working with kids. I'm better working with kids that I can see in person. Now adults, I'll see adults telehealth, because you understand that you paid for it and that you really want stuff, and you know, so yeah. But them kids don't give a hot damn. It's a new day. It looked like these were growing out of like one of those little plugs. Not a death plug, but kind of like one of them potting plugs. I feel like I just broke that up. It was almost kind of like roundish, squarish kind of thing. Well, not round and square, but it was more squarish. These roots are really, really healthy. I definitely got a really good specimen. So as you can see, the roots are really good. If you kind of see, there's like 2 or 3 plants in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rip these bad boys off. Try to be as gentle as possible. I don't know if I need to cut it or not. I feel like I can just rip it off. Oh, it's coming out. Give it a little wiggle. Give it a little wiggle. Come on, baby, you can do it. You can do it. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we have now 1 here. I'll lay that thing to the side. What if I had 3? We're going big or going home. So here's another one. That one split up a lot easier. That one split a lot easier. So like I said, I got 3 plants out of there. So 1, 2, and 3, which is really great. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and put together that mix. And I only lost a few roots. Look like about like big roots. You know how there's like little roots in there, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this stuff up and then repot it. So I like the soil. I like the soil that I was in. It looked like it's very soft, I would say. So I'm gonna mix in a little bit of what I have into it. This seems pretty water retentive. So I put some Spagnomoss moss in here. Not Sphagnum, peat moss in here. Kind of break that up real quick. Throw in some of the potted soil that I have here. Hopefully try to make enough for all 3 of these. And what I could do is kind of experiment and see pretty much what conditions are like. So I'll keep maybe 1 of these in my bedroom and 2 of these in here. Yeah, so just trying to break it up so that when I water it, it's fine. So I'm gonna use 2 of these pots, and I think I have like a smaller, kind of like a smaller pot. Whew. I think I got like a smaller pot, so I'm gonna do that. So I don't know if y'all ever be watching like Echo Genera or anybody like pot stuff up. I'm gonna pot it like that. They don't be giving the hot damn. They just put it in there and just be throwing it around, and that be it, baby. And then just go and sell it to us. Some of us be so gentle. And then off screen, I'll go and water these too, because this stuff here is of course really dry. Obviously you can hear me cough my lungs up. So that there is one, which is really cute. Let me mix in a little bit more here. Like I said, I'm gonna throw some of this peat moss in there. Okay. So this gonna be number 2. You know, it's so funny. I used to pot with soil, with gloves, until one of my friends kind of picked on me, so kind of like a little peer pressure. But this is really a good way to earth, which is kind of like in the therapeutic realm. This is called soothing, but earthing is pretty much like, you know, walking around the grass with your feet bare and stuff like that, just to kind of like ground yourself again. I feel like it works. I like to do it. I was actually gonna go hiking this morning, but I just been on the go so much that like I gotta take care of myself at this house and just really feel back in my space, because sometimes I just feel like I'm leaving so much, you know. I really don't think that we were supposed to work this dang on much, because it's just no way to really sustain like you're living, like your life, you know what I mean, by just going to work. And I like to work, don't get me wrong. This ain't really standing up like I want it to, so I'm gonna pot it down a little bit deeper. But yeah, no, your boy like to work. But the amount of work that we do, it ain't even like, you know, a lot of us are getting really paid what we're worth. We get paid what the company thinks we're worth, or what they think the position is. So, you know, don't get me started on that one. But the amount that I work is insane, and I still keep my mental together by doing stuff like this right here and then talking to y'all. And it's really cool to know that, you know, as I'm talking, I know I'm not talking to myself, because of course, once I post this, not even an hour after it, I got people like Mike and Kathy and M. people that I just noticed, you know, pretty much right there. Breezy, you know, she's always there. Jasmine's there and stuff like that. So, you know, it's good to know, like, oh, I'm not just talking to myself. I'm actually talking to people and they go respond. So that's pretty cool. This one got a little lean to it, so I may put this one in my bedroom because it's kind of like sprawled out. But maybe if I water it, maybe it may go upward or put some light above it. So that'd be pretty cool. What do little tags say? These little tags, I hate these little tags because they don't tell you nothing. Not really. Do I want to put it in this pot? Yeah, I'm just going to put it in this pot because I'm kind of lazy right now. Where am I at? 15 minutes. It's kind of cool because a lot of this stuff got like slow release fertilizer, which is really good for like soil plants. It's crazy. I bought this plant for maybe like 25 bucks. Something like that. And it had 3 plants in it. Make sure whenever y'all checking plants that like, especially if you go to like big box stores, that they have multiple plants in there. You can do stuff like this right here. So now for 20 bucks, even better. So for 20 bucks, I have 3 plants. That's a deal. That is a freaking deal, right? Yeah, I definitely got to clean my nasal because I feel like I got a cold right now, and that's not good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go water these real quick, and then I'll double back and I'll show you what I bought. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send you to video, and then I'll see you in a little bit. So here we go. So, yeah, I went to FLORA FAUNA. It was kind of impulsive. I got done with my therapy sessions, and I noticed that where I work at from FLORA FAUNA, probably about 20 minutes. So I was like, let me just go through there. And I did not know they had restocked, and there was a lot of good beauties in there. There was a lot of good stuff in there. So when I first walked in and I looked to the left, if you can kind of see, there are some different plants there. And I mean, there are plants pretty much everywhere, new stuff. They had some Hoyas blooming and stuff like that, so it was a really good time. And I got to see some different plant people that I talked to, I won't say on a regular, but maybe like once a month, something like that. And then the people know me there, so it's an appreciation for myself, and I appreciate them as well. But I had been contemplating becoming one of these type of parents. So yesterday I kind of talked to some people. Mike is my man, and Bree or whatnot, and I decided that I'm going to be a drum roll, the anticipation. I am now a begonia man. I'm a begonia daddy. So any tips that you have, definitely drop it below. I didn't know or think I'd be here. Not gonna be honest. Be honest with you. I guess I never really looked at these plants like that. So, yeah, this is a strange new thing for me, but I like it. So, this here is the Begonia Maculata, and this kind of one of the only ones I'm really kind of attracted to, because it's so many different colors. Like, look at that. It really breaks up a room full of green plants. So here, of course, we got the green leaves with the white spots on it. The back of them, as you can see, are red. The new leaves come out like this, like little yellowish, kind of light green color or whatnot. So I'm actually really excited to have this. Right now, I have this plant in my IKEA greenhouse. Just because I got it yesterday and I'm a godparent, so I went to go chill with my godchildren yesterday, some very beautiful kids, and I had this in my car, so it kind of wilted down a little bit. I didn't keep it in the light, and what Mike told me is that these are understory plants, so in my IKEA greenhouse, while it can get the humidity, it will also be like kind of shaded from a lot of other plants. A lot of the light or whatnot. Like, it gets light, but like, kind of like that shaded light or whatnot. And it perked back up. So she is looking really beautiful. I could see myself learning to propagate this, which I heard isn't really difficult. And then possibly buying another one of these just to have like two and then propagate it. Wasn't expensive. I like how this looks, and I can see me putting this in, various spaces or whatnot, because like I said, it just breaks up the mundane look of green leaves or whatnot. So that's why I typically got it, and I like how this looks for me or whatnot. I am now a begonia dad. So we are here, we are in this place. If you have any tips, definitely drop it down below. I can see me like peeling back these little things. These are pretty cool. But I'm hungry. I'm about to go to Waffle House, get me a little meal, and then start writing some papers and stuff like that. So if you made it to the end, I highly appreciate you. Thank you for coming out again, hanging out with your boy, hanging out with the family. Definitely comment down below. Subscribe. I typically put out 2 videos a week, so if this is your first time, I don't even think I introduced myself. I am Jumanji's Plants. That's the best way to remember it, and it works out really well with that nickname, right? So yeah, hit me up, comment down below, follow. I have an Instagram, but it's not like an Instagram plant page, so I never started that way. I just start making videos, you know what I mean? So, but I'm not gonna hold you too much long. Shout out to all my other begonia parents out there. I am now a part of the tribe. Maybe after I buy my second one, maybe I could be part of the tribe. Y'all let me know how to be a part of the tribe. Is it the first one or is it the second one? How would you know, right? So, as always, support the people. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Got my plant merch on. As always, shout out to Jasmine Lowe. She always supports me, so of course I'm gonna support her. I love where the support goes. So, yeah, that's it. So, as always, love, peace, and plants.